Hello and welcome to the Escape Podcast. I'm your host Pixel Sensei. This is episode 28, and let's get right into it.
Dude, you suck, dude. Dude, for the audio listeners, he just did the most like 2012
The whitest thing I could ever do.
2012 white YouTuber intro with dyed hair. Like that is like you reek something foul, man. It's bad. It's real bad. Anyways,
cool. You got something for us to start off with?
Welcome to the Escape Podcast. This is episode 28. Yeah, 28.
You said it.
Yeah.
I know, to pay attention.
I know, but I'm doing better than you. So actually, fuck off.
At what? Forgetting the number? Yeah, maybe.
Just generally, I'm better than you.
Yeah, maybe forgetting the number of the podcast.
Dude, you spend hey guys, listen. This happens literally every time.
This is not a new thing that you brought up.
This happens literally every time before the podcast. I ask Pixel if he has an intro, and he starts like thinking furiously.
Once again. First of all, A, that just shows my commitment, and B, that you've talked about this before. This is not a new thing. You're reusing old bits, getting new material.
Dude, I need you off the podcast. It was so much better when you weren't here for like a couple episodes.
Oh my god.
Joe thought my intro was funnier.
True. Joe said that.
I mean, I did say that.
Yeah.
But that was before you changed it, I think.
Yeah, that wasn't the intro that you went with. So.
Yeah, okay. But he still thought it was funnier.
Yeah, Pixel won for a split second, and we have to acknowledge that.
Dude,
Hey, Chloe, how about you step off?
No.
Oh my god, no! You can't do it that many times!
You're doing like boy band shit. Like this is something like a boy band would do in like in their choreography. No, yeah, hey fellas, listen. So the episode before that was about our last meals, and if you notice, we didn't have an episode the previous week. Yeah, that's because we actually had our last meals. We were live commentating it, and then we died for a week.
So true.
And now we're back. It took us this long to like reform. You know, RB. Bonbon's is dying, but anyways, Vincent.
I'm no model for me today, fellas. What the fuck?
Okay.
Well. I'm the only face, Cam.
You are the only fish, Cam, because I haven't. My hair is a mess. Vincent, what's up with you, man?
Many things.
Well, clearly.
Many terrible fucking things.
Bro's concentrating on Sekiro right now.
He is.
Bro is concentrating on Sekiro right now.
Well, okay.
I'm doing a boss fight.
You've been talking for literal weeks about like, oh, when I get back on the podcast, I'm gonna talk.
When I get fucking back on the podcast, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
And now you're like, oh, yeah, well, actually.
But I'm playing I'm doing a boss fight right now.
Okay, you.
But. Sorry. Let me actually die and concentrate on the podcast. So basically, what's been happening for the last month is my computer was. I've been having this. Like people in my fucking DMs tell me when I'm gonna get back streaming, and like now that I'm back, I'm like I'm so tired because my computer like broke last month, and it's been the worst fucking time of my life because the people I sent my computer to are fucking inept as shit, and it's the most reputable computer company in my fucking country. It's awful. It's so shit. So I did a lot of upgrades to my computer. Changed the GPU, changed the CPU, well, changed the entire motherboard. And I was like, and for a week it was working, and it was fucking great, and it was magical, and it was awesome, right? And then randomly, my CPU decides to die. And day one, it is in my fucking channel. I said, oh, I tested most of the parts. It's either my motherboard or it's my like power supply. It's one of the two. It has to be, right? I did that in an hour. Remember this. It's important.
You knew.
I sent it to the computer company. I was like, hey, I bought this computer from you guys, did a bunch of upgrades. Can you fix it? And they were like, yeah, sure, we do repairs. That's fine. Also, Pixie, you just got blinded.
Again. Continue.
Okay. Send it there. I haven't heard anything from them in a week and a half at this point because they fucking suck at communicating. I had to send emails like every day or every second day just to get some level of fucking response from. I'm melting down, dude. I fucking hate these people. Okay, so in a week and a half passed, and I finally get something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we think it's a CPU. It might be the CPU or the motherboard. We're not sure." Excuse me? Pardon me? Yeah, and they're like, yeah, no, we don't know what's wrong with it either. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, can you fix it? It's like, yeah, we could. We can fix it. Easy peasy.
We could.
I went another like week. I went another fucking week. They come back to me and like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with it. Do you want a new one? It's like, what? It's like, we can buy you a new one and install it for you. It's like, I could have done that. I don't need you. But I'm like, it's been like 2 weeks at this point, and like I'm like so fucking emotionally tired from this shit that I'm like, sure, fuck it. How much worse can it possibly fucking be? How much worse? A day goes by. I don't hear anything from them. 2 days go by. Don't hear anything from them. 3 days go by, and they're like, "Do you want this? Well, we couldn't find your motherboard. Do you want a different motherboard?" I'm like, yeah, sure. What's the difference? They're like, oh yeah, no, it just has like one less like memory slot. I'm like, okay, fine, that's okay. And then like a fucking yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then like a fucking another week and a half pass or something, and like you may no a week passes, right? And they're like, yeah, no, you may pick it up today. Like we're not sure, but you could possibly pick it up today. I call them at the end of the fucking day. I'm like, hey, can I drive by and pick it up? They're like, no, it's not ready yet. What the fuck do you mean it's not ready yet? What the fuck? 2 days pass. 2 fucking days. I'm like, yeah, it's ready now. It's like, why'd you email me in the first place? Why do you have to build me up to break me down again, you motherfucker?
Why do you have to edge me like that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, no, the fucking worst part, like, oh my god, I get there, right? I get there. I get to this place. I haven't told anybody this because it infuriated me and I didn't want to talk about it. I get to the place. I waited for them like for 30 minutes. I was sitting there. Spot opened up. I was like, I'm here to pick up my computer. Here, I have the papers and everything. And you would assume they would have it ready. You would assume that they would have it ready, but they don't because they're like, oh yeah, go to the back, go to the retrieval area. It's like, why didn't you just send me there in the beginning? Why didn't you just send me there? I go there, I have to wait another 30 fucking minutes for them to find my computer because they don't know where it is because they misplaced it.
Oh my god.
Okay, wow.
And while this is happening, Rack is at the end of fucking Avatar. I just want to go home and I want to watch the end of Avatar with my friend, and I have to wait here in a fucking queue. I hate my country. I hate my country. God.
How much did you end up spending on this?
I spent it.
Did you give me the rand value?
Yeah, give the rand value. And
I
want to see if it would just be cheaper to buy a motherboard.
Was about 3,000 and was 300 to pay them to install it.
So
3,300.
I forgot about something.
100.
I forgot about something. When they asked me to pay for my fucking motherboard, they accidentally billed me twice for the motherboard, and I have to tell them, no, there's a mistake, because you, oh my god, you quoted me for 2 of these fucking motherboards. I am just buying one. It is a singular computer.
Man, they really don't know how to do their job.
No, they don't.
Lord.
The most reputable computer place in my city, by the way. I fucking hate it here. I hate it here.
Vincent, I don't mean to alarm you, but a brand new motherboard, at least like the one that I got, was around 2,000 rand.
Ooh.
I hate my country. I hate my country. I hate my country. I hate my country.
I hate my country.
I hate
that.
Oh my god.
Now go fight that Sekiro boss, champ. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So
Thanks,
now,
man.
and now Vincent, and now he's been back, and
I'll take my anger out on these guys. I relit the fire. It's so fucking over.
all right, Joe, do you have any news for us?
I do have news, and
I mean,
some of it's
considering
actually pretty dang good.
it's been about. I also have some. I have some. Maybe not news, just some like funny things that have been happening in the tech biz, tech world. But yeah, you
Fun.
go on.
So I have great news for Pixel Sensei.
Oh.
McDonald's is planning on making their largest burger ever. And they're gonna let customers test it early.
Test it.
Yes. Test it.
So not pay for Pixel?
And it's still gonna taste like... I'm not. It's gonna taste like ass.
Starting this year, they've introduced an initiative they're calling Best Burger. And
McDonald's?
They're basically McDonald's. So they're like trying to try out different various improvements to their patties, their cheese, and their buns. So now part of their plans is to increase the size of the burgers. And
McDonald's were like B-tier burgers before. Like
they plan
burgers.
Their biggest burger right now, of course, is the double Big Mac. But they plan on making like the actual like patty like bigger, so it'll be like the size of your hand.
The double bigger Mac.
A
bigger Mac. A bigger.
Oh my god!
Again, still gonna taste like ass. It's still gonna be like you're biting a fucking leather boot.
All I'm thinking about is that like every time you say, "Oh, they're making everything bigger." It's just the mayor from Cloudy with a Judgment, and bigger is better.
So they're planning on using a tighter sear on their grills, so the patties will be juicier. And they're also planning on like making sure the cheese is meltier. I'm not kidding to use the word meltier.
Literally, and none of those were like things on McDonald's burgers before. Patties were not juicy, and the cheese was never melty. It was just like it was a pre-melted like slab of cheese. I don't what.
They also plan on getting softer buns, fresher lettuce, and grilled onions.
Have they eaten at McDonald's? Like, do they know what they're selling?
Listen, the only good thing that I haven't had in literally months, like I don't even remember the last time I had it, is their fucking milkshakes. But here's the thing: Wendy's has such better fucking ice cream options. Infinite.
I still need to go get a Wendy's milkshake. I didn't the last
time. Dude, I haven't had a milkshake, but a Frosty, baby. Ooh, I would let that fucking take me to bed. Ooh.
Wow.
That Frosty is
dude.
But it's just ironic that you said that, Koi, because all this information came out during why did my brain just stop?
Shareholders?
That was weird. Yes, basically during a shareholders meeting. So there's a chance that they honestly just haven't had McDonald's. And they're just like, yes.
What makes people want our burgers more juicier?
They're going on testing the burger later this year to ensure that it has a universal appeal before scaling it across the globe. So, look out for bigger McDonald's burgers. I mean, what's the point? I've never really understood what the point of, like, making huge-ass burgers is, because you can't fit that shit in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, unless you unhinge your jaw, that's just not...
You mean, like Snake?
Yes, literally. Like, you can't actually eat it. Like, where's the joy in that?
That's why I've never... I've always been of the opinion... wider burger is better than taller burger, because wider burger, you'd be able to just like, okay, you can just cut it and then you could have a smaller burger. But like a taller burger, how the fuck are you gonna eat that? How the fuck you eating a tall burger? You ain't a snake. You cannot like unhinge your jaw that much. You can't cut it in a way that would make sense.
Unhinge your jaw.
Yeah.
I fucking love that commercial. I love the commercial so much.
No idea what commercial you're talking.
Me neither.
You don't. Okay. Podcast listeners, go.
I thought you were gonna say
Google
pause the podcast.
Unhinge like jaw.
So did I.
Yo, stop the
Eat
podcast
like
for
snake.
a sec.
It's the Burger King commercial.
Yeah,
Like the
it's so
Japanese
good.
Burger King commercial
It's
with the
so
guy like
fucking great.
slithers on the ground. And he goes like,
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. I did not know that was a Burger King
like
commercial.
snake. It's just like,
yeah, no,
just the
I just have
goofy
never seen that
shit.
before. I don't think.
that is interesting.
Anyways, in other news, bad news for Catholics.
Where's this gonna
Okay.
go? Where's this gonna
Bad
go?
news for all you Catholic listeners.
A Catholic priest has been arrested and officially charged with stealing over $40,000 of church funds to fuel his mobile gaming habit.
Oh, I saw this.
Yo,
Okay,
you're
That's
so,
so
real.
At
I-
least use it to buy drugs or something.
I just need to know what mobile game.
You're gonna love this. Candy
say
Crush
Oh, right, it was
No
Candy Crush.
fucking way.
Right.
and Mario Kart Tour.
Dude,
I showed that because I saw that like on a Twitter like just post. I showed it to my mom and she's like, "There's no fucking way."
So essentially, there was an investigation as their accountant was noticing an astronomical amount of Apple transactions on the parish credit card, and they discovered that he had been making purchases in the App Store because his phone was tied to the credit card. So he was just spending money on Candy Crush and Mario Kart Tour. And he claims that it was an accident and that he just wasn't like watching out for like how much well, okay, not how much, but like the fact that he was accidentally using that credit card.
But
But
do you think
know,
like,
I
after
believe
the,
him.
do you think after the first like 10K you'd get suspicious though?
right?
I had this much
Literally.
money. Hold on.
And so apparently so he was like the crimes were discovered back in 2022, but it wasn't until like 5 days ago that he is like officially been charged with the theft, because it took him a while to like investigate and find out what the fuck was happening. And so yeah, he claimed that he was it was linked to his phone for authorized payments on software and streaming services, but because of a lack of detail orientation, he ended up spending that much money. And so his finances apparently show that he has used $10,000 of his own money to pay a portion of the debt. And since being arrested, he's also paid another $8,000 to the church as like an apology. But
My
there's
bad.
not much you can really
Priest apology
do
video.
at that rate. Like, the damage is done, my guy. You spent $40,000. That's
Whoops.
and on fucking Candy Crush too. Like,
Yeah, on all of all games, fucking Candy
how
Crush, a
do you
free-to-play
spend
game.
that much money on Candy Crush? It's insane.
Yeah, Candy Crush. Okay, Candy Crush has always been the like funniest usage of microtransactions because it's just, hey, pay us money to play less of the game. That's all
Literally.
like Candy Crush transactions are.
It's so weird. It's such a weird thing to spend money on. Anyways, it has been not revealed. That's a terrible way to phrase that. Apparently, and I actually was talking to you about this earlier, Coy. Dave & Buster's
Oh yeah.
is now planning to allow adults 18 and older to place real-time bets with their friends on arcade games. So, essentially, they're partnering with a company that makes gamification software, which I don't know much about that, but they're expecting to launch it in like a couple months, in which basically you can bet, quote unquote, but the company they're partnering with says that its skill-based games are not subject to the actual licenses of like gambling operators because they don't use the term bet or wager to describe their games. So they say we use real money contests or challenges.
Okay, then.
Which is such a sus fucking thing. But like,
I'm just
no, that's real. No,
like
fuck
betting
you.
on you're gambling on party games. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it'd be fun,
dude.
I know what I'll be doing.
Betting everything on
birthday.
you. Betting everything on like anyone losing at that fucking like hit the button when the rotating thing is over the white or the yellow dot, like the lock game, dude. No one can beat that.
I don't know, man. People
$10 billion on the fat kid not being able to beat it.
Anyways, some more news. Airbnb is getting a bit creative finally, and they have revealed a real-life version of the up-floating house, which you can.
Oh shit! I saw that.
Yes, which you can get, and it actually has a crane attached to it, which will lift the house into the air, so you can actually get the real experience.
That's so fun.
Of
I just had a terrible idea.
And people have been making so many jokes about, okay, well, what if the crane breaks? Like,
and you die.
The house flies away, obviously.
Yeah, you know what? Fair point. I'm sure that is exactly what would happen. I mean, it does actually have like balloons attached onto it.
I believe it.
You know, it's realistic, but I don't think I think we need a bit more balloons to actually make that happen. But along with that, they've also made a fucking X-Men mansion.
Oh yeah,
that is like
we talked about this earlier.
An exact, like, it looks exactly like it, and it's absolutely crazy.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Awesome, and I want to try that, but that's probably so much money. And my last piece of news is the 1.21 Minecraft update.
Oh my god!
Trinity Trials came out.
Oh wait, what?
Came out?
It came out?
Oh no! Sorry.
We're gonna start you.
Do you mean the soundtrack?
The snapshot?
Yes, I was talking about the soundtrack and the fact that like the name was revealed because we didn't have a name until the 26th ish. Sorry, I did not mean to say that it was like out. I just meant the name is out, and I believe the soundtrack is out as well, because I know that Koi's been jamming to
it. The soundtrack is out, the name is out. Also, the 1.20.5 update is out, which introduces the armadillos and the the dog armor. Like before because that's part of 1.20, not 1.20.1. So yeah. Wow. Is that all your news?
Yes, that's all my news. I know everybody has like shit they want to be autistic over this episode, so I made sure to.
Here, give me a second.
Okay, well, I have a little funny thing that I've been kind of like seeing unfold. So you guys have seen that those like AI like devices, right? Like the humane pin and the rabbit.
Yes, I have.
Oh yes.
How they can barely do anything.
Yeah. Okay. So the humane AI pin, we all know, like we've seen.
Yeah.
It got like dogged on in reviews. Like everyone hates it. It's overpriced. It requires a subscription. It's like it is just as garbage as they come. So everyone started looking towards the Rabbit R1 pin, or not pin.
I saw a video on that.
But it was like, okay, yeah, like this thing, let's see what it can do. And I don't know anything about the quality of the thing itself, but I do know that a lot of people started asking the question, why can't this just be like an Android app? And then they realized somebody got the launcher for the Rabbit R1 and just was able to install it on just an Android. I think they installed it on just a Google Pixel phone. And it worked like basically fine. So then people were like, yeah, why couldn't this just be an app? And if it's just Android, and the CEO, I didn't know who it was, but I later found out that it was the CEO actually, who was like, hey, it's not an Android app. It's just, it's a lot of cloud-based stuff too, because we're not running it all on the device, and those are based on Android, but it's not an Android app itself. And then people are just like, okay, so the function of it is built off an Android app and built off the Android like SDK and shit. So why does it have to be a dedicated device? Like, it's not even like a bad thing. It's just like, why would you like go out of your way to be like, yeah, this is Rabbit OS, like we built this like whole custom device, when no, it's just an Android app, that it's just a device that can only run Android. And it's so funny because people started getting it running on like anything, and then they were like, the CEO came out and was like, no, you actually can't run it on anything. And so they realized, yeah, people can no longer run it on anything because they only just now pushed an update that like checks for what device it's being run on. But they didn't have that before. They literally did not have that before. It was like, it just didn't check what OS or what OS or what device you were running the R1 program on. So you could literally just run it on anything. I saw people like running Minecraft on it and shit. Like, it's just like a tiny $200 Android like Android based machine that you can just load custom software onto. It's like, I'm not gonna like, it is just, it's not like offensive in any way. It's just so unnecessary, you know?
The video that I watched on it said that it was like, moderate build quality, like felt good and all that. It had like a tiny bit more things than the Humane pin and whatnot. Like, it could take videos and scan certain things, but also it was getting, the AI on it was getting a lot of obvious things just completely wrong. And the battery life was only 4 hours.
Ooh.
And it took 45 minutes to fully charge from 0 to 100.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, like in some of the B-roll, the guy was literally recording it, and he was talking about it, and he was like, yeah, no, if you're just sitting with this thing with the screen on, you will see the battery go down.
How could they not just like fit it? Batteries aren't that like expensive these days.
It's a 1000 power battery, something like that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all I know about it.
Yeah, here surprisingly, the guy that made Cobalt and the cat cam was tweeting about it earlier. Yeah, there was no verifying like app version or verifying OS version. So now they only just acknowledged it, which is why it started not working on anything. But apparently the only missing piece of the puzzle, they say, is because you can just get the app version from like the app itself. The only thing that people couldn't get before, like after they patched, the thing to like recognize OS and device, was the OS version, which is literally just the same on every R1 device. So you just need the one code of what the OS version is, and then it works. The physical device is just an Android phone, but limited to one launcher app. There's nothing else to it. The large action model on client is just a hard-coded list of pre-made mini apps/activities registered and then toggled by the server. There's no generative UI or anything fancy. It's just, and then they say, as far as I can tell, the large action model is in learn mode on backend. It's just a recorded sequence of actions for a website with no UI on client, just a voice response. Not sure where the impressive wow AI stuff starts. it's just like a mini Android phone with a kind of okay like voice assistant on it. It's
Damn.
not even like it's not, and it's just like so inoffensive, but it's just like why do you need a specific device for this when you can just have it on, like, you know, just have it on a phone? It does not matter. And it's just like you don't need AI in a box. We already have AI on our phones. We have like the assistant that can basically do whatever we need it to do to an extent. Like it blech, blech. This craze is gonna die out in like a year and it's gonna be funny.
And then there'll be videos about like, oh man,
remember
remember this trend?
Yeah.
Hey, remember in the early 2000s when everybody did time travel?
And it's not even and it's not even
What?
Oh my god. Okay, no. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Coy, are you finished with?
yeah, go on.
Okay. So a couple of days ago, or yesterday, I can't remember. Time has no meaning.
So true.
Vincent and I were talking about how, you know, the multiverse concept is really running dry, and it's we were like, can't wait for the next
Yeah, I can't wait for the next like
trend to come up and like, you know, be interesting. And I was saying, we know what I think would be cool is if we actually took a step backwards and went back to when everyone's obsessed with just time travel.
Men in
like,
Black 3.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, give me back like Men in Black 3. Give me that
I want
one
the era
Disney
back.
movie. What was it? Like Time Stoppers or like Clock Stoppers, where it was like his dad was developing like a time travel watch. And like, just I want to go back to time travel because that was awesome. And I feel like, while yeah, it got old, definitely. Like, of all things to go back to, or at least like to move on to, I feel like that would just be the best now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why Vincent was making that reference.
Oh, what was I gonna say beforehand? I forgot.
See, I was asking if you were done.
Well, no, I feel like I was already forgetting. I'm dissolving. I don't know.
Oh, I do have an update for all podcast listeners. Tomorrow there's going to be a lot of episodes out on Spotify, so everybody should go back and re-listen to every episode on Spotify, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I forced him to upload all the episodes.
Forced
him.
I was getting to it.
But I did tell you last night to do it.
Did I mute myself? What the fuck happened?
Yes, you did.
That's so awesome.
Dumbass.
I was talking and everything. I was like, why did people just ignore me?
Because we hate you, Vincent. That's why we ignore you.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh my god!
Sorry, my bad.
That's so sad.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Didn't Bonbons have something that we were going to talk about?
Bonbon. Well, we were going to talk about long play.
Oh.
But should we wait for Bonbons a little?
Yeah, I think we should wait for Bonbons.
Yeah, we can talk about another thing that happened last week. Well, that we missed with the podcast, but it was the day before we would have recorded it. It's
your birthday?
My birthday.
Yeah!
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Literally like a week later.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I celebrated. We did like yeah, it was good. Yeah. Not much to say on it. Just kind of birthday. Yeah.
Now my birthday's next.
Yeah. Tell the people when your birthday is, Joe.
Actually,
so Derek can prepare a gift.
I literally already told Derek because Derek was like, "What's that countdown on your status?" And I was like, "It's my birthday." And they're like, "When?" Also, hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Hi.
My birthday is May 14th. Oh,
Nice.
I mean, also, I don't think the podcast cares, but today we have a new flavor of juice, which
He's
is
pissing.
swell strawberry banana.
Yeah, this guy is actually.
Does it taste swell?
This guy is.
It does
actually
taste
addicted.
swell, actually.
This guy is stupidly addicted.
This guy's
to
obsessed
it.
with juice.
This guy's.
I'm gonna develop kidney stones because of all
You
the
are,
like
dude.
sugar
It's
that
gonna be
I'm
so
drinking.
bad.
Disgust.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's fine. It'll be okay, probably. We'll see.
Sure thing.
Sure, we'll see.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I guess we can start talking about long play. I don't have anything else to talk about between that and then the FNF update, but I want to do that last. I want to do that last.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I want to do that last.
I mean, okay. Me and Vincent could talk about it because I'm not gonna lie, that shit's
Talk about what?
crazy.
X-Men?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
X-Men
you
is
guys
so
watched them, right?
fucking
That
good.
shit's actually peak. Like, I don't think I've seen a show this good in a long time. Maybe since like Spectacular Spider-Man have I not seen a show this good.
I mean,
Like,
I would say I've seen other shows. I mean, Loki. What the fuck are you on about?
okay, all right, that's okay. That's fair. Loki is really good, but just the way.
Dare I say, the Owl House?
Okay.
So many shows. You
let-
fucking asshole.
let me say it this way. I have not seen a show that has created such a hype cultural phenomenon around every single episode in a way that both the director, the creator, the writer, and almost every single voice actor and specific animators of specific scenes have gone on Twitter talking about how proud they are of certain like aspects of the show, and the community has equally been engaging with all of them. I have not seen this level of like phenomena over a show, I don't think, in a very long time. Because this shit is actually crazy. How the creator of the show has literally was like active tweeting while watching the episode for last night. Like just like as if he didn't know what was gonna happen. And he was just like, oh boy. It was great. Like
Also,
the entirety of X, it's so good.
The thing that I really like appreciate and love is that they use their abilities and powers to their full fucking like potential.
Yeah,
Like there's just things
they
that are like
don't
that
hold
make
back.
so much fucking sense. It is so cool.
It is very unlike shows in which like they don't fall for the Flash problem where you
Yeah,
have
where
a
it's like they have to
character
debuff
that
them.
has like powers and you have to specifically make them weaker just to make the show interesting. No, they like full on just use their powers to their absolute limit, and it's crazy, and it just makes it that much more enjoyable. And the amount of cameos and little fucking Easter eggs they put around is just fantastic. It's just such a good show. I highly recommend people watch it, even if you haven't seen X-Men. Like, if you just like a good animated show, it's fantastic.
You know,
Like, you really don't need to have watched anything to get what's going on.
Yeah, also that, but it also really like takes their powers to the full potential. Like even like the first episode, I'm gonna spoil this because it's the first episode. But like Cyclops like boosts himself around with his heat vision. Well, heat blast. Well, you know what I mean. His laser fucking vision.
His Cyclops beam.
His Cyclops beam. Yeah.
His ocular blast is what it's
Ocular blast.
Is actually what it's called.
But
yeah, the fact that he uses it as a form of movement is actually so creative awesome. And smart. That's something they never did in the other show, like at all. Like, but also that was back in the era where like if one character like flicked another character, they were down for the rest of the fight. So like that's kind of fair, but. Yeah, X-Men, kind of awesome. 10 out of 10.
It is. It's like a fucking incredible show. It's like really good.
What is it? Like, what is it?
Well,
What do you mean?
Because I know it's X-Men, but like, it's in the style of the old show.
It's like a continuation of the old show.
Do you mean is the animation, or do you mean is the story?
Kind of both.
Okay, the animation. Okay, me and Vincent actually had to talk about this after the second episode because there was a scene that was definitely like 3D animation, but so much of it is also in 2D that we were like, huh.
Yeah, what the
So
thing is, like, a lot of people are like confused if it is 2D or 3D
I've
just
seen
because
thing-
of how well
I've
the
seen
2D
that
is
it's-
animated.
I think it's both from what I've seen.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I can
think
see
it's
it
a
being both.
stylized mix of the both of them, which is also what makes it so awesome. But story wise, it is literally like it takes place about it's like a couple months to a year right after the old show took place. So it is like me personally, I watched the entirety of the old show before it came out, and literally it is like it's like it came out the next week. Like the episodes feel like there is no like real like slip in time between what happened in the 97 show and what happened in this current run. Like it
Okay.
is just exactly the same. And I mean, there's not really like there's nothing, it doesn't like center, I mean, it centers around the X-Men. I mean, that's just what the show's always been about, story wise.
I figured that.
Yeah, actually, the X-Men isn't even in the show.
No, it's
all the
actually
Avengers.
about the Marvel characters.
You wanted to say someone, but you just said no.
I mean, for the first time ever, it's
I was
not
gonna say
all about
Wolverine, and then I realized,
Wolverine,
wait,
thank
no.
God.
I was gonna say Wolverine, and then I realized, wait, no.
Wait, no,
Because
shit.
people were so tired of him being the main character. Because he's really not.
No, he isn't.
Cyclops is really the main character of the X-Men. And, I mean, his entire story is just either aliens ruining his life, a mad scientist ruining his
His
life,
girlfriend's like
the other
really
X-Men
mad.
ruining his life, his girlfriend ruining his it's
Dude, Jesus.
Yeah,
So,
Cyclops doesn't have the best time.
I remember someone made a post like a while ago that was like the basis of every X-Men episode is either Mr. Sinister has come to ruin Cyclops' life, aliens have crashed to ruin Cyclops' life, Professor X is here to ruin, like, it's every episode is just Cyclops suffering, and it's really funny. Oh, it's not funny. It's actually incredibly depressing.
Yeah, what the
But-
fuck, man?
I don't know. It's funny.
I mean, it's incredibly woke without being woke. Because
X-Men
I mean,
gone
X-Men have
woke.
always
Yeah, I
been
mean-
an allegory for literally
Yeah.
everything ever.
Like
So,
it's been an allegory for racism or for being
I mean, fucking,
homophobic.
one of the characters' entire storyline is just an allegory for coming out. Like,
Yeah, it's the X-Men have always been like, oh yeah, this is the story of like the other in a sense, you know? And then
really
people are
funny.
like, X-Men is so quoted these days. Like, no, it's always been. You're just an idiot.
Literally, I remember someone was like, "Man, I'm so mad if they make this shows like super woke," and I'm like, "Did you watch the original show? Because
Have you
That's
read
it.
any X-Men ever?
like, that is the whole point."
X-Men gone woke. I can't believe it.
X-Men gone woke. They're telling stories about homophobia.
Yeah,
No way!
That is the one thing I know about X-Men is that it was like basically used to tell just like it was like ton of allegories based on the fact like
Yes.
mutants extradited from society, like
the whole show is just supposed to be, hey, this is what it is like to be the other, and it sucks. Maybe don't treat people this
Yeah,
way.
maybe
That
just
is,
be
that
a
is the
good
entire
person.
point of the X-Men.
yeah.
People still don't get it, which is crazy to me.
No,
but-
because if they do that, then it's woke. Anyways, fellas, so if you have been in the escape server, or if you've been just like on my Twitter, so I've been streaming a little bit lately. And you might have seen it's on a certain server. It's called Formation SMP. So,
Hey, Corey, what's your motivation for
well, what's my motivation, you say? I can't switch. I'm not gonna switch the scene.
Aw.
But
Yo, editor, put that in.
I could just
Editor,
do
put
it
that in.
now. I don't need to like edit it.
Yo, editor.
No.
Editor
No.
Koi, put that in.
He's the editor.
I am the dude. I'm gonna.
Yo,
I'm-
editor.
Future Koi.
No,
Edit that in.
no. Future Core's gonna kill you. I'm gonna when I'm like going through this later tonight. I'm gonna DM you and say fuck you. By the way, and I'm saying it aloud so I remember to do that. To you, to both, to both Vincent and Pixel. But anyways, so if you've been looking on my YouTube, my Twitter, or the Escape server, you'll see Formation Long Play. What's Formation Long Play? So basically, I'm not going to say the specifics. There was a bit of an argument in the Formation SMP server based on what the server was and why it's dead. Somebody, I'm not going to say who, said that the server would be active if me personally, because he was responding to me, if I played on it and didn't do more than, quote, just build a box. So I figured, I have plenty of free time on my hands. I've been wanting to stream more, and I kind of don't want to like only do art streams. I can just stream Minecraft and treat Formation SMP. If they're not going to do lore, and if apparently the server's not a lore server, and the admins are not really doing anything, even after saying they would, and also like making announcements about why they haven't. If they're not going to do anything, then I'm just going to play on the server because the server's there, it's up, and no one's playing on it. So I might as well give them their money's worth. So I've been going for a long play run, or longevity run, as I was almost going to call it, where I stream it. I only stream it. Don't play on my free time. I have a timer on my screen that just says how long I've been playing for each time. And I wish I could have it like continue between streams, but apparently like it doesn't work if I close OBS, which I don't really want to leave OBS open 24/7 because I'm not gonna like it'll be weekly streams is the thing, so it's not gonna be like just every day. But I think right now I'm at like 11 hours
and 49 or 59 minutes.
I think.
Oh no, 11 hours and 49 minutes because I said why don't you go 11 more minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so 11 hours and 49 minutes. I've done a bit on the server. We did build an escape shrine. We built an escape. Built an escape shrine. I made a runway. I made a helipad. I made an airplane hangar at my base. I also made a big to-do list of like things just to do generally. I made a giant nether wart farm. Basically, not a box. And even if I didn't do any of that, I think Joe, you pointed it out in the last long play stream. I didn't only build a box either.
Yeah.
Like it's just
a lot more than a box.
I built like a couple of things. I got like full netherite gear. I got all the villagers that I really needed. I'm probably gonna get more.
But they are in boxes.
They are. Oh, they're in. See, that's why I didn't like argue with them at first, because I was like, okay, yeah, my villagers are in boxes. But then thinking on it later, like, wait, no, that's not the only thing I've built. I also basically helped Bun build the Theo's house. I got like all the resources for that. I've been helping around in your area. I built my iron farm. I got to the nether roof. I built the little like bridge in the nether. You can see how much I've netherite mined. I mean, like, it's not that I've just done nothing on the server. It's just, I'm just like so holistically in like believing that a lot of these guys have hate boners for me, and I don't know what I did, but Joe, I think you put it perfectly. It's just people don't like when I'm right. You like, and that's not even like, oh, I'm always right. No, it's just like when I am right, people don't like it. And I know it's just because I'm blunt. But guess what? Just don't be a dick about it. It's not even like this argument that I'm talking about didn't even stem from like, oh, I was being a dick. Like, no, they just like got on my ass. Right? Like, I'm not crazy about that. They just made an argument out of the simplest thing. Out of me calling the server a lore server, they made an argument about that. Like, it's actually not a lore server. Actually, you can't call it that. Actually,
It's actually not a lore server, even though we have lore.
It's even though we have a lore master admin, like, bro. And then started like flinging around like, oh, 3 years of superiority, dude. Really? Like, blah, blah, blah. But Spite has carried me to 11 hours, almost 12 hours of playing on the server, and I still have so many ideas of what to do. It's just like, it's not even like I'm doing this to spite anyone. It's just kind of like showing that I can do it, and also just to play Minecraft. Really, like, I'll build on this server. I have my big ass to-do list of like a bunch of things, like building an oil rig in a Walmart in a parking lot. Listen, those are gonna be great. I know I want to make a escape shrine that you can see from the mini map. I want to make a full netherite beacon, a piglin farm, a wither skeleton skull farm, a guardian farm, because there's just a ton of what are they called? Ancient temples? What are they called? What are the
aquatic temples?
Is that what they're called?
No, I was just asking if that's what.
Yeah.
Ocean monuments.
Ocean
monument.
monuments. That's what they're called. I forgot the name because I never really go to.
Yeah, I never really go to them. Like,
I don't think I've ever.
Yeah, no one does because it's just not worth it.
Yeah, except Bun, but because they fucking canceled.
Ooh,
we can't cancel for that one.
Because
I would have let it slide if
build...
you didn't pause, but I was like, no, he's pausing, he's smiling. I can make a fun.
Because they decide to build with dark fucking prismarine of all things.
Kill him with hammers. Yeah, I'm gonna make a. It's honestly just a lot. Like, a lot of the things on the to-do list is just like things I've said that I'm going to do in other single player worlds and servers that I don't ever like actually end up doing, and now it's on a to-do list and it's written down and it's live streamed. So there's
making an oil rig.
Including making an oil rig.
By my suggestion.
Dude, this server is so beautiful. You know, it would look great here. It
would look good right there. Oil rig.
Oh, look at that. Dude, look at this view. Dude, this could really use a parking lot.
And I was saying, because of one of the mods on there, Spectrum, there's a pure black liquid called Midnight Solution.
I could make it look like oil. Like actual oil. I could like... Also, full spectrum is another thing on my to-do list anyways, so that I would eventually get there. I know you and me joked about breaking bedrock. Can we... Okay. Now, I know they said not to do it, as per your...
okay, let's get the audience opinion on
it. Guys, listen. If we're literally the only people playing on the server, is it okay to break a rule that Pixel suggested? Because
the rule that I suggested that they went along with and agreed to add the Spectrum mod was that there's a certain like experiment you can make. There's 3 tiers of experiments. First one deals with eats blocks, but not all blocks. The first one eats only vegetation like pumpkins, melons, or leaves. I've only tested with and players if you stand on top of it, and that makes a harmless thing, unless you stand on it. But it doesn't eat any blocks. Aside from those, the second one is it eats obsidian and I think other blocks, just not really quickly, so you can deal with it. The third one eats everything, including bedrock. Well, no, it doesn't eat bedrock. It makes it able to be mined with a netherite pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
But if you leave it unattended, it can spread really quickly. Now, there is an easy solution for it, but if you don't have that prepared, then it's a bit tough.
I'm thinking, honestly, even if we don't do it for the like whatever the preservation like room thing, like could we not just do it to just make a big ass hole in the nether roof so I can make a really cool nether hub? I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's just the reason that we want to make it is because there's these ruins in the Spectrum mod that generate underground. One that you need a certain type of like blue health for, and one that Koi found, which has bedrock at the entrance. So you have to get rid of the thing. Now here's the thing: to make the third thing to destroy the bedrock, you have to open the end.
Oh, right.
To
I
get
remember you
Dragon's
saying
Breath.
this. Yeah, you need a Dragon's Breath, so we wouldn't be able to. Yeah, it's another thing of like,
We're the only ones on. Should we open this or should we open the end?
It kind of gets to the point of like, okay, we can't be making like, I know we're doing this out of spite and we're like kind of like being shitty, like.
But we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, we're kind of like being shittiers about the whole thing, but it's like, I feel like there's a certain point where it gets like, okay, now we're just breaking the rules of the server, even if there is no one else on. It's just kind of like in bad faith.
You see, we hate, but we hate respectfully.
We have listen, we're haters, but we have class. Okay, there's a certain level. There's a certain level of professionalism that comes with this job. I'm like the sniper TF2. It's a job. I'm not a lunatic. Anyways, I mean, that's really all there is to say about Formation Long Play. You guys should tune in to the streams because typically it's not just me. Even when it is just me, I'm awesome, so it's watchable. But
I'm on it sometimes.
Yeah, Pixel's on it, and that makes it unwatchable because he just says nonsensical bullshit the entire time.
Biggie Smalls, 43 pounds, question mark.
Biggie Smalls, 43 pounds, question mark? Cat sumo wrestler. But basically, the last thing.
Cat sumo wrestler.
Cat sumo wrestler, Biggie Smalls, 45 pounds.
What is wrong with you guys?
So, fellas, if you were on Twitter literally at all yesterday, you might have known.
Oh boy.
A little thing might have gotten a cool update. This little like indie game. It's called Friday Night Funkin'. You might not have heard about it. Don't you yap me, dude. If there was a Kamen Rider game that was this hyped up, you'd be slobbering all over it,
See, except A, it wouldn't be trending on Twitter, and B, there is no good Kamen Rider game. There's only about two. There's literally only about like 2 or 3 good Kamen Rider games. One is an Arena Finder where it actually, okay, I'm making this quick, where it actually like incorporates some of the gimmicks from them. 2, which is a Dynasty Warriors copy, because Dynasty Warriors games are like games for franchises are always good. One Piece Pirate Warriors, the Kamen Rider games, Hyrule Warriors, they're good. And 3 was a like beat 'em up style. It was weird. But yeah. So there's not an amazing one out. Anyways, go on, bitch.
Whoa. So anyways, and I will be talking about a little bit spoilers for the update. So go play it. Like it's on Newgrounds, it's on itch, it's literally free.
Pause the podcast and go play it. I'll wait.
It looks so stupid.
Okay.
So basically it's not a week 8, but the weekend 1 update. Which features classic Newgrounds characters Darnell and Nene from the Pico School series. So you play as Pico after he he's just walking through the city, sees Nene, realizes, oh shit, they're gonna be mad at me because I kind of screwed over the deal that Daddy Dearest gave us to get money, So Pixel, don't you wrap it up, man.
Sorry, I thought that'd be funny.
So basically, they chase. It's a whole really cool cutscene, and then it goes into the song. One like the animations, it's so smooth and shit. I burst, and then you get 3 songs initially. One of which has a really cool kind of mechanic. It's a mechanic where you have to hit the note at the right time to like you just have to hit the note to like not get damaged by the explosive spray can, but it's not like the note isn't like clearly defined as like a bullet note or anything. It's just another note that you have to hit, which I kind of like because it's like non-obtrusive mechanic. It's just another note you have to hit. And then so spoiler like kind of spoilers, like it is a cool thing that you should go in blind to see. There's a 4th song to the Darnell week where they put down the fucking mic and just start like beating the shit out of each other, like fist combat shit. And it's like a fully instrumental track that you like play as if it's like an Osu track, and the animations like sync up with your actions and you hitting the note, and it's just really cool. And it's it was so surreal to like be playing it and be like, wait, this is base game. Like, this isn't a mod. This isn't like someone's fan creation. This is from the devs, you know, like it's real. We got this game. It was great. I was super autistic about it. Joe can attest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah. So that was great. And then just on top of that, 12 new Erect remixes of some of the base game songs, some of the like existing base game songs, with more to come as well. Like people found in the files in the like chart repository, like there's like work in progress charts, or I don't know if it was work in progress charts or just like the existence of the chart editor, like recognizing, oh, we like the chart editor just saying like, oh, hey, I have worked on this chart sometime in the past, like this chart was loaded, but like you can't have, like I don't have the file, but it was loaded. I think it was for Coco Erect, which is one of the week 5 songs, and then I think some of the week 7 songs as well were also found. So the devs were already talking about expect consistent updates after this, and we might be getting them like old times where they just released some of the updates, like it was just new weeks periodically. And I think what they'll do is they'll just like, because the devs were already talking about like, okay, once this update comes out and we like the whole refactor of the game is out, we're going to be a lot less secretive. Like I like, we want to show off the work and release it, like give you guys more stuff to chew on. And I think that'll just be coming in the form of more like, I don't know if it'll all be more weeks or weekend updates, but maybe weekend updates and week updates just like strewn together. Probably not in order, because they said that they're not going to put everything that's going to be in the full game in the like free web version, but it'll be awesome. It'll be great. And the Erect remixes fucking slap. They got some people from the community. They got a OG like PS1 Ridge Racers composer, which is great. He's worked on Ridge Racers, I think Tekken 6, probably some other games. I just can't remember what, but it was, his remixes were great. They also got 2 guys from the community, one of which was a guest composer, but one of which, Saruki, is just like on base game, like fully. Like they confirmed it, like, hey, I just work on base game now, and it's awesome because their music slaps. So great to see them on base game. The other one was Saster. He worked on Thorns. He's like an OG, like worked on the old EXE mods and whatnot, and got pretty popular because of that. So that's also really cool to see. I think it had been like talked about previously, like Cam, the co-director, talked about it on 4chan a while back. So I that wasn't like a total surprise. Saruki was more of a surprise to me because I didn't know. I'd heard rumor that he was on base game, but not like definitive shit. So that was great, and they like overhauled a bunch of the UI. The free play UI looks sick. They have like a sticker transition that we have as just emojis in the escape server now, because I was like, I want to do that. And yeah, it's awesome.
One guy modded it to be like Sheldon fucking Cooper.
Oh yeah, you can just mod it to be. You can literally, because it just pulls from images. It just pulls from images in the like files in just like a certain folder. So if you just like replace those images, you can have it like be anything. So it's people have been replacing it with like silly shit, like just that picture of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory looking like he's about to post something on his computer and shit. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. I love FNF, and people have already started utilizing the new like modding tools and capabilities of the new engine. So it's pretty cool to see. I think, don't quote me on this, but I mean, Escapism might be on base game just because why not, you know? and also it'd be really cool. I think if we can, if you know that's a way away. Like that is not anywhere near. Escapism is nowhere near anywhere near a build, much less just done. So that's, I don't know about that yet, but it would be awesome if we could do that. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I got to say.
Sorry, I forgot. I had a very important piece of news. Oh my god. So most people know about the documentary Quiet on Set that came out recently.
I do not.
So basically, a bunch of Nickelodeon shows, the actors and actresses came out with reports of sexual assault, physical assault, and general abuse that happened to them over the course of their careers on Nickelodeon under the director Dan Schneider.
I did see
I
Dan
fucking knew I was gonna say Dan Schneider, but I didn't want to be rude, disrespectful to anybody.
I did see Dan Schneider trending like not like an hour ago.
The reason why is because Dan Schneider is officially suing the doc series for defamation because he had no knowledge about the sexual abuse detailed in the documentary, which is, funny considering,
he did it.
He did it. So, yeah.
Not a secret. You did it, Dan.
Not a secret.
But
if it was one
you
one
were
person,
a creep,
like, maybe,
and
but
probably a pedophile.
It's a bunch of people saying this, and their stories line up. So
he's claiming that it is a quote unquote hit job made for the sake of clickbait ratings and views, which is just gross because wow, he sucked.
It's a Netflix series.
Is Dan Schneider, you're a piece of shit.
So yeah, fuck you, Dan Schneider.
Clickbait.
So true.
They can get away with anything.
Also, sorry. I just fucking social commented on it, so I have to bring it up. But Spotify's adding a monthly limit for how many times you can click the lyric button now.
I saw that earlier.
What?
Which is so silly.
Yep.
That I didn't think it would matter, but it's just
hey, bun.
Hey guys.
Yo, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Escape Podcast.
What was that?
You missed it. We talked about long.
Hold on. What the fuck?
What?
My speakers just randomly stopped working, and it made a loud ass noise, and it scared both me and Kat. Anyways, what were you saying?
You missed us talking about long play.
Because you were busy gorging.
We're talking about the new Tinkerbell movie.
Yeah, you were gorging yourself on fucking peanut M&Ms. Oh yeah,
no,
I accidentally misgendered you.
Yeah,
wow.
We made fun of him for it.
Good.
Yeah.
we made fun of him for it.
I corrected myself. It's fine.
Yeah, we made fun.
It'll be in the Twitter thread.
It'll be in the Twitter thread.
Okay, good.
I am a victim of Pixel Sensei.
I am a victim of Pixel Sensei.
Yes.
That will never
listen.
I'm a victim. I
My
find it funny.
Achievement.
You were trying to find the tweet like a couple days ago, and you're like, I can't find it. I'm like, give me the guy's.
You
profile.
find it in 2 fucking.
I find it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
To be fair, it also wasn't worded the way we thought it was.
Yeah, it was just Pixel Sensei Victim or something like really short.
Well,
Victim of Pixel. It didn't even say. I think
didn't
what it
even
was
use your last name.
I think what that person did was put that in their bio for like a short.
Yeah, that's. I remember seeing.
I'm
you guys
pretty sure.
I think I remember it. I mean, hey, if you're out there watching this right now, you know who you are.
Not a victim.
Are you a victim of Pixel Sensei?
Are you a victim of Pixel Sensei?
Pixel Sensei in my computer? More likely than you think.
The next podcast, we should just bring in a bunch of guests that claim they are a victim of Pixel Sensei.
Oh no, they're still Bun. They're still around. They're running an SMP.
No.
Yeah, it's in their bio.
Are you
good for them? I guess.
I guess.
Are you a victim of Pixel Sensei? Join the Escape Podcast.
Tell us your story. As I'm like there that episode, I'm like
DM me on Twitter. DM toasted_milk_ on Twitter to to apply to be a guest on the Escape podcast where you can
Don't
debate.
actually, please.
Join our
No,
class
no.
action suit against Pixel Sensei.
Class action.
You could potentially
You could win 10 cents from us if you win this.
You could
be
win.
awarded
You could
10
win.
cents in damages.
No, you could win a pat on the back and a warm smile. That's all. That's all we can afford.
That's all we got.
That's all we
This is
got.
all we got.
That's all we got. Yeah, Bun, you all right, man?
No.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd like to announce that I'm the new owner of Magica.
No, that was in my will, though.
Oh,
And I
listen,
didn't die, so not yet.
There's still time.
There's still time, but not yet.
I'm gonna, guys. Bonbons isn't gonna be on the next episode. And
Listen,
I'm
you
not gonna
had
say-
your
I'm
chance.
I'm not gonna say why.
You had your
but
chance in New York. You had your chance. You goofed it.
Who says that's the only chance? Bonbons, don't check your closet right now.
holy
Yo.
fuck.
Don't check Koi's flight records or any upcoming.
What?
My flight records, like I'm Taylor fucking Swift.
Oh,
Okay,
yo,
no,
Koi, what time are we at right now?
we're
like,
like
I'm Taylor fucking Swift.
We're
Holy shit.
an hour 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
One thing.
I
Okay,
was honestly expecting for the podcast episode to be over.
no, we were just
by the
talking
time I
about
got
No, we
back.
can't end without you,
We
Bun
can't
Bun.
without you. I do want to
We
say,
can't.
and
Oh,
I
can't
don't care
end
who this
today.
upsets.
Get away! Go
I was
away!
like,
Go!
I came
Leave.
home today.
Die.
I came home today, and like my family are big Taylor Swift fans. Like my little sister is just insufferable.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember.
I came home and I was the only one like on the bottom floor, and the Alexa was like blasting Taylor Swift, and I was like listening to it as I was just getting like a drink and a snack and whatnot, and I was like, wow, it's not even like
This is shit.
yeah, it's not even like this is just objectively bad.
This is just hot fucking garbage.
See, the
And
thing about
people
Taylor
go
Swift
crazy
music is
over
that
it.
there's no beat drops, there's no like climax, there's no like rise up. It's just
Yeah, it's
constant.
supposed to be.
It's just constant, like the same
No, like-
instruments, the same like repeated lyrics. It's just not good.
Dude, like Me Canyon did like a parody of like one of her songs like a while
Yeah,
ago.
I remember, and it
it's
sounded
just one of her
exactly-
songs. It is crazy.
Also, literally all of her songs are about the same topic. Like it's just insane.
My heart was broken once.
My heart was
Guys,
broken,
give me your
guys.
money. Guys, I was sad once. I need
Ugh.
I need to get a plane.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, does anyone else have anything they want to talk about?
Not really.
No.
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 Bleh. All right. I mean, that's been the Escape Podcast.
That's been the Escape Podcast. Catch us next week.
Don't. What are you doing?
I'm grabbing the audience by their shoulders.
Stop it. Stop.
Please
Bun's
don't do
dying.
that.
You're killing Bun.
You're killing Bun.
We'll
You
see
have
you
to stop.
next week on the Escape.
Okay.
You've
Bye.
gotta stop
Bye.
it.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.